Hi, and welcome to the video version of my journal. I'm Stephanie Rivers. Everybody looks at news of a tragedy and wonders to themselves, what would I do if I was in that same situation? When I watched CNN a few weeks ago and learned about what investigators are calling the worst mass shooting in U.S. history at Post Nightclub in Orlando, my first reaction was sadness. I said to myself, people can't go no damn where without some fool pulling out a gun and shooting folks. Well, that time it was a nightclub, and although I don't frequent nightclubs, I do go to church, I do go to the grocery store, I do go to retail outlets, and those places have become scenes of shootings in the past few years. And so sometimes you might just be in the wrong place at the wrong time. It doesn't have to be a certain place. So this affects everybody, and I certainly paid attention. Any place could be the wrong place at the wrong time. I can accept that, but what boggles my mind is that why were so many people that were hiding in the nightclub during the shooting too busy posting on social media instead of trying to come up with a way to fight back or to disarm the gunman or to get out so they could save themselves and other people. I know that I haven't explained, they haven't explained how the gunman got past security, because he did go through, he passed an armed security guard, which later they said the security guard exchanged gunfire with the gunman, Omar Mateen, and also when police came on the scene, they exchanged gunfire with him as well. So of course I don't know all there is to know about what's going on because they're still investigating, but I do know this about myself. I'm not a runner, I'm a fighter. And so if I die trying to fight for my life, I'm okay with that. I think that too many people forget that there is strength in numbers. And if it's 100 of us and it's one of somebody with a gun, he ain't gonna be able to shoot but one or two of us before we overtake him. So that's how I'm thinking. Now, if I have to be one of those one or two that ends up getting shot and I'm fighting for my life, then I'm willing to die with that or live with that. But I think too many people are willing to just be victims, and when they have options, they don't look at all their options. Now, unlike Donald Trump, who said if any of the victims were carrying their own weapons, that they could have put a bullet in the gunman's head, and that would have been a beautiful thing. That's what Donald Trump said. I'm not saying everybody should be carrying a gun and shooting at each other, because in a nightclub with alcohol being served and behaviors being altered by the alcohol, that's not the place for people to be carrying guns. So, but I do believe that we as people, as potential victims, let's say, have options to where we can keep ourselves from being victimized. And so there's always going to be some crazy dude with a gun, or crazy lady. There's always going to be those people. But really how you handle it and how you feel about yourself is really going to dictate how you go about trying to get out of that scenario. So that's what I wanted to say, and I appreciate you looking and listening. I rarely enter into a situation without having an exit strategy, and in this case, here's what I know about myself. If it's an establishment and only has one door in and one door out, I will not be staying there. I need to have at least a second exit. Now these days they might require places like nightclubs to have more than a second exit. I don't know, because I don't go, remember. But at any rate, I always, when I'm sitting down, I face the exit, or at least the main entrance, so I can see what's going on. So if I need to make a quick exit, I know before it's too late. And I know some of the victims who were shot and killed didn't, you know, they were one of the first to be shot and killed, and they were just sitting there in a party atmosphere, and you might not really know what's going on until it's too late. Okay, but what about the people who, once you know there's a shooting going on, posting on social media is not going to save your life? Okay, so I'm all about saving my life, and if it's my time to go, then it's my time to go, but I'm going to go with a fight. Okay, so I just want to just remind all of us that there's strength in numbers, and I know for myself, I try to treat everybody fairly, and I pray to God who holds the future, and I try to live my life to the fullest, and that's all I can do. And when time comes, if my life is threatened, Steffanie Rivers is going to be fighting. She went down with a fight. To find out more about the things that I care about, go to the written version of my journal. It's at eurweb.com. Thanks, and have a super day.